EA Sports, within the game. Wow.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Dak going to start out going to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Prescott on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Throwing, Prescott rolling to his right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams.
Nothing
wide open. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams. 54 yards. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He was brought down by Michael Davis. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 4th down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Herbert. Here's a diving catch right side. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Herbert on first down now. Buying time to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike's 42.
Here's Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Back to throw here, Herbert. This is caught
They
by
ain't ready for
Williams.
us.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Herbert. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Herbert now. Williams brings it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Herbert off of play action. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On 1st down, Justin Herbert going deep here for Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Prescott. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. There he goes right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter, a 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 44 yards. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a dump off here complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He finds his target, Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Prescott now. He'll buy some time right. Able to get away. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Prescott. Touchdown! Noah Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. Eckler fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a 3-score game now. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Forced out to his left. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. To throw, Prescott. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Palmer. And they work this out past the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st down, it's Herbert. is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. This is caught inside the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.